Hey there, Cosmic Nuts, Cosmic Nonnies, and of course you Cosmic Cucks. And welcome to another Slab City update. Yeah, it has been a minute, hasn't it? Almost 2 years now. You know what else has been, I've been doing for about 2 years now? And that's the Uber Eats, DoorDash, and now Uber Rides gig work. Yeah, I've been doing that for almost 2 years, and that has been taking up most of my time. It has not left much time for editing videos, let alone recording videos. I am making it to the range on a fairly regular basis. A little less this summer. But yeah, I guess I owe you an apology for, going strong on Vlogtoberfest and then just disappearing. I mean, not totally disappearing. I have been doing the coffee with causes. But that's all that it's really been on my channel. Maybe a couple edited videos of when I went to Disneyland, which, if you don't know, I am now a magic key holder at Disneyland. And going to be going and doing that a lot more often. And hopefully getting you guys some content. Maybe even starting a whole channel devoted to just that sort of stuff. I don't know yet. But I am hoping from this day, September 1st, 2025, to start bringing you more updates on a regular basis. Hopefully weekly. I mean, maybe even twice a week if I can figure this out. As most of you will remember, I got a Honda Element from Deborah Langley, and I named her Lagertha, and I put a shit ton of miles on her. When I got her, she was at about 173,000 miles. She's currently at 305 with a transmission that doesn't work. So currently, I am renting a vehicle so that I can work. I have, because of this vehicle qualifies for doing Uber rides, I have been doing Uber rides and delivering people not just food. For a while it was mainly still food, and then I think I hit about 30 rides, and all of a sudden the offers started getting a lot better, including getting these offers for long rides. Those are ones that are going to take me over 45 minutes to complete. And yeah, I have been taking them and going all over Southern California. I went up into the Yucca Valley area, including 29 Palms, Landers, and Joshua Tree, all up in there. I went to Ontario and Irvine, California, and I've even went to San Diego so far. So yeah, I've been hauling people all over the place, and that seems to be kind of working. I got to be careful because I have to meet certain obligations to be able to keep this vehicle, and that is doing 30 rides in the week, and rides can be food orders as well. So that's kind of what I've been doing, is during the day I'll do Uber rides and whatnot, because I'll probably only do 1 or 2 rides, because so far it seems every day they send me, oh, here's a long ride. Well, if I need to get 5, 6 rides in per day. I can't be doing ones that, you know, I go 2.5 hours one way and then it's 2.5 hours back before I can start work, or before I start working again. So yeah, we'll see. It seems to be working so far. You know, I do apologize for just kind of dropping off the face of the earth as far as when it comes to edited videos, but you know, I got bills to pay, mouths to feed. Still been doing the put my meat in your mouth. Been funding them from my work. So yeah, if you'd really like to see more edited videos, please consider, you know, sending a super thanks or just money to CashApp or something like that. You know, help support the channel so I have the time to do the channel. You know, because yeah, right now I'm just, you know, hustling to pay fucking bills and shit like that. You know. So yeah, let's see how this week goes, all right? So one little trick that I've gotten, and I actually got this from that Slab City Diaries cat, is there at Panera, they got a sip club. And you pay a monthly fee. I believe their monthly fee is $14.95, but they sucked me in at $5 a month. And yeah, every day I go and get myself, every 2 hours you can get yourself a drink. But I start my morning off after my coffees with this strawberry basil lemonade fresca. And it's fucking delicious. So yeah, thank you, Slab City Diary. It's now Wednesday. Get you a little caught up on Monday. Had a pretty busy day. Did get another one of those long runs. Gotta like them. Actually, I took somebody down to El Centro, and yeah, came back up. Pretty good day. On Tuesday, I got a little bit of a late start because it was raining, and I needed to change out my windshield wiper on the passenger side. And yeah, actually, kind of a funny story is while I'm there replacing my windshield wiper, there are all kinds of people getting their windshield wipers replaced as well. However, they were having employees do it, including 2 big old trucks with Trump stickers on the back. So I thought that was kind of funny that I was really the only one that knew how to change out wiper blades. Pretty simple task, folks, and that didn't get done. But anyways, I got a late start. I did not get any long drives, so I didn't really do that many rides. In the evening, I did a few Uber Eats so that I could, you know, make sure I hit my quota so that I can keep it and whatnot. And so yeah, and then today got a late start because I did a slab cab in the morning, and then I decided to stick around long enough so I could check my mail. I think it's been maybe a month since I've actually checked my mail. Nothing too exciting. So I did get up here late. Again, no long runs. Kind of disappointed about that. But probably one of the questions that I get asked the most is, you know, Coz, how do you maintain your weight out in the desert? And let me tell you, this is one of the ways I do it. Is lately I've been going to, if you have one of these in your area, by all means, go check it out. Snack Shack. And I get myself one of these bacon avocado double cheeseburgers, and right now, because if you order between 2 and 5, and you put in the code Shake Time, you get a free shake. And so yeah, free shake, double bacon avocado cheeseburger, and yeah, that's how I maintain my weight in the desert. I'm gonna eat this now and then switch over to doing some Uber Eats tonight. Hopefully I will get up here bright and early tomorrow morning and yeah, pull some long hauls. Anyways, yeah. That's that good fat. So yeah, those long rides have not been the moneymaker I'd hoped they were going to be. Mainly because in California we have this thing called Prop 22. It basically guarantees us a certain amount of money for hours that we worked. And apparently they're real good at figuring out how long it's going to take on these long rides, because my last Prop 22 check was $500, and the Prop 22 check that I got this week was $123. So I was kind of counting on that bigger check, and it didn't happen. So I guess it is what it is. So yeah, as I mentioned before, the Prop 22 stuff didn't work out quite as well as I thought. So with the long rides, so I was really hoping to catch a long ride from Palm Springs to get up here, and I actually did get one. It was from Palm Springs to Santa Barbara. It was going to pay me $155. I was going to catch me right up big time. So pick the kid up and starting to head that way. Get about a half hour into the ride, and it's like, hey, can you just drop me off at the next gas station? Change of plans, having a buddy pick me up. And I was just like, man, I thought this was going to so work out, and it didn't. And I would not have taken that ride from where I was at to a half hour away at that time of day. Towards the end of the day, I did take that ride, a very similar ride, because it was taking me up this way anyways. But yeah, it was a peak time of day for me to be catching those long rides. But ended up making enough money, so, can get a couple of sodas at the show tonight. The Jordan Jensen show last night was funny as fuck. I was the first person to show up to stand in line, not just for VIP, but for the show in general. First time going to a late show there, but glad I did. I got front row and center. She didn't really do as much crowd work as she did last time. I didn't really get talked to too much, other than the fact that when she first came out, actually when they were first coming out, I started to order my second soda, sort of thing. And I was having troubles because it wouldn't take it for some reason. It was just like error. And when I finally did kind of look up, she's like, "Oh, I know you." And I'm like, "Oh, you remember?" She's like, "Yep, your name's Coz, just like my mom." And then went off to do some bits about it, her mom. And I thought that was pretty cool that she remembered who I was. And then at the meet and greet, she was like, "Oh, how's my garden gnome?" So either at that point, I'm like, wow, either she calls every fat dude with a beard garden gnome, or she did remember me, sort of thing. And then, doing the picture and whatnot. And I had planned on asking her, like, if she thought those stand-up comic workshops were worth it, sort of thing. If there was one she recommended and stuff. But then she did this, and it kind of took me off guard. And she asked about my daughter. And like even remembered her name. Now, as most of you know, I don't really talk about my daughter that much. And with people I know and stuff like that. However, in a large crowd like that, you know, of people that I'm never going to really see, I'm talk about it a little bit more openly. And not only did she remember that, but she remembered my daughter's name. And I'm like, damn, you got a really good memory. And then she said, nah, actually my memory's pretty bad. And then I just that fucking kept me spinning all night. I didn't hardly get any fucking sleep. Because I'm like, why does she remember me that well then? You know, sort of shit. So, anyways, I'm getting ready to get going here. About 40 minutes from Disneyland, and Deb and Zeb are already there, so I should probably get going. Alright, here's a little tip and trick for you. If you're trying to do Disney on a budget, you are allowed to bring in your own beverages. So I stopped at Circle K and I got me some body armors, 3 for $6, and yeah, I'm gonna bring these in. It's gonna add some weight to my pack, but gonna save me a lot of money on beverages, as well as keep me well hydrated. You can get water inside for $9.75 if you want to buy a smart water, or when one of these are empty, I'll show you another way to get water for cheap. I mean, for free. I did get to Disneyland. I think it's about 11:30, or I did just set the time on it. I take it back. It is afternoon. So, about to meet up with Deb and Zeb because they got park hopper passes. They're already in Disneyland. So yeah, I'm gonna go meet them. Pretty much every time I come to Disneyland, I stop at Docking Bay 7 so I can get a cold brew black calf. Delicious. It would be better with a plastic straw. Just saying. I do think this is my 10th time coming to Disneyland, but it's my first time with the Dole Whip. I got a strawberry Dole Whip, so we will see how this tastes, shall we? Yeah, Joyce, we should have got these. So we ended up going to Naples inside the Disney downtown district for lunch/dinner. I had the chicken ravioli, Florentine, and yeah, let's get a bite of this, shall we? Got to get a full bite. That is really good. Deb, Zeb, and I ended up closing down DCA. Then we went over next door and we closed down Disneyland. Yeah, it was a long day. Did end up first getting that, what was it, the cold brew half calf over at Docking Bay 7. We got some Dole Whip. That was pretty tasty for had that for the first time. And then we went to lunch/dinner over at Naples, and that's in the downtown Disney district area. So like anybody can eat at that restaurant. You ain't got to be inside there. And yeah, thanks to Zeb, my day was pretty cheap because he picked up the tab on that lunch, and I think the Dole Whip as well. I did throw down my Magic Key discount, tried to help out where I could, and that was really greatly appreciated. Actually went on some rides, did the Smuggler's Run, and then we did the Jungle Cruise, and after that we did Indiana Jones, did Soarin', and then there's a whole section of Disney that I had never been to called Toontown, because somebody told me that, it's just kid stuff there. No, there's adult rides over there, and we went on this, I think it was called Mickey's Wild Train Ride or something like that, and yeah, that was a fun ride. That was new. But yeah, I had a good time, and I think I'm gonna wrap it up here for this week's Slab City update. So yeah, until the next one, peace, love, and all that hippie jazz.
Send Coz some money on PayPal so he can buy himself something to eat. Then he won't have to sell his body to Albanian men on the street. Where broke hippies living out in the desert, no money and no shoes. And he may smoke the marijuana, but at least he won't spend it on booze. If you enjoy Coz's videos with their off-the-grid DIY vibe, send Coz some money on PayPal, or like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe.
Bam. Nailed it.